Hey, what's up, guys? It's Scar here from theScore eSports here with Gate after a 1-2 loss. It was a very close series. What's your first thoughts after the series ended?
Oh, actually, the most unexpected thing happened was we literally lost 2 games off lane swap, and I felt like we knew what we were doing all like week in practice with lane swap. So it's just surprising, but I guess I'm glad we at least took 1 game off Cloud9.
I was really obviously I'm really surprised. I come in when I first heard about your team, I was like, oh, they have Liquid and Nori in the jungle, and what you call it, you have a different AD as well. And so what ends up happening is first week you have Sentinel. I know Sentinel. I play Challenger. I know I've seen them all around. I'm like, I guess Nori's not here. And this week, not only is Nori not here, your AD Mash also isn't here. And instead you have Slooshi coming in for your AD carry. I was wondering if you could explain a little bit about both of those.
For Nori, it's just kind of unfortunate, some paperwork issues and visa. That's basically the gist of it. We weren't able to use him because of work eligibility. For Mash, I can't say too much on it right now, but hopefully there will be more details later.
Okay, fair enough. So while they've been gone, have you guys been scrimming with the full roster, or have you been scrimming with like these players, these substitute players like Sentinel and Slooshi?
I'd say prior to this week, we were just scrimming with our full roster, and when Sentinel came, we just played a few games with him and see how it would work out. For this week, we just mostly scrimmed with Sentinel and Slooshi for AD.
Coming in, did you guys feel like you had like a really good chance against C9? Did you know it was gonna be a hard game? I know that since you guys have a lot of substitute players, it's very difficult to bring together the synergy within a span of like a week or so.
Yeah, maybe I thought we could win, but it would be a hard game for sure. What like kept me going, I guess, like last split, we literally did the same thing. Like we literally played Cloud9 week 2 with subs and we won. So I figured we could might as well do it again. So
okay, well, let's talk a little bit about the game. So obviously, you say you lost 2 games off lane swap. So let's go into the game that you won. Second game was a real nail biter. You guys ended up with a small early game deficit, and you guys won the big team fight. I think it was top lane.
Yep.
And then you guys kind of took a long time to close out the game. First of all, why did it take so long?
We're pretty inexperienced with this group of 5. So it's mostly that everyone wants to do something else. Like we're not really just focusing on one thing. That's like a pretty big problem, I think. But we're just like, we don't want to lose on stage. We're like, oh, we're winning. You know, let's just close it out normally. So we just took a long time to do it.
Were there any nerves there? Like, the big thing I want to ask is, one, not only the nerves, but how's the comms work now, especially with 2 people gone? I heard Mash actually was a big voice in a lot of your comms. And so right now, who's doing the shot calling?
I would say I'm trying to talk the most, but before my role on the team was not the primary shot caller. I would just give input and I would try to do my best to talk about the game. But with Mash not here for this week, I would say I try to talk the most.
Was there any point during the second game where you thought like we messed up? Like this is like obviously there must have been more than a couple mess ups, right? You guys got. I've never seen a team get double Elder and Baron and still have trouble closing out the game. So I was super worried. I thought you guys had it in the bag though, like most of the game. And then at some point I was like, oh God, it's kind of close. Yeah. Like, did you guys think it would get that close, or did you guys think, nah, dude, we got it the whole time?
Well, absolutely, we did not think it would be close with what advantages we had. Like we had double Elder and Baron for the I remember one of the pushes were like, okay, we have three what's it called? 3 hibs, yeah, and then we're pushing with Elder and Baron, where it's like wait for the wave. We don't even have to do anything, but we just I feel like we just slip focus most of the time. We're like, oh well, let's hit the tower, and it's like, oh, he flashed on me, I'm dead. Like I think we just lacked some focus there. Maybe what would have helped us is we talked about if they do this, we do this, like conditions on hitting the tower and stuff. But overall, I wasn't too, even though the game went pretty long, I wasn't too disappointed on the end result because it's like an upset victory, and I'm glad for some of our players they were able to get their first win in LCS.
Oh, that sounds really cool. Like in the future, you have a lot of games coming up. How's it look for you guys? Are you guys going to be scrimming still with these kind of substitute players? Are you guys going to be looking to play more with the supposed main roster, or are you how is this all working out? How's the coach helping you guys? Like what's happening behind the scenes?
Well, definitely for your first point, we definitely want to use our full starting roster. It's just because of mostly circumstance that we have to use subs, of course. So I think going into the next weeks, feel like we're more confident with our main roster. I feel like we didn't like. Of course, we lost the series, but I thought we could take a lot out of it. And ultimately, when we get our full roster, I think it'll be better games at least. I think our support staff, coming from like the old tip last split, our support structure was literally non-existent. So at least this split, we have someone like Charlie to rely on for picks and bans strategy, someone we can talk to. And overall, the Phoenix One organization, they've been pretty nice just in general about everything compared to the teams I was on before. So I'm looking forward to this split.
All right, I gotta know when is your full roster coming back? You say really good things about it, dude. I want to see it too. When's it coming back?
Well, I want to just say next week because that's what I want. So I'm hopeful that next week all the problems that we have are resolved.
Okay, you heard it here first, guys. Any last comments?
Shout out to all the fans that follow me from tip or maybe even to challenger to tip to now. You guys always say nice words about me. Ups and downs, you guys are always there. So thanks a lot for the support.
All right. Closing words with Gate. I'm here with theScore eSports. You can find more of our content online and on our mobile app. Hope you guys have a nice day.